Employment records, documentation as a compliance shield. As we move forward from disclosure into brokerage operations, we now focus on the internal structure of the brokerage, your people. This section ties directly into supervision, risk management, and legal compliance. If previous sections focused on transactions, this section focuses on the individuals responsible for those transactions. Employment records are not just administrative, they are a critical compliance tool. Under ARS Section 32-2151.01, brokers are required to maintain records related to transactions and employment. This includes documentation of license status, employment agreements, disciplinary actions, and training records. In 2026, ADRE continues to emphasize that poor record keeping is one of the easiest ways to trigger a brokerage audit or disciplinary action. A broker cannot produce documentation showing when an agent joined the brokerage or signed their independent contractor agreement, ICA. This raises questions about supervision, compensation, and compliance. Strong record keeping creates protection. Weak record keeping creates exposure. Equal opportunity employer, setting the standard internally. Brokers must operate as equal opportunity employers, ensuring that hiring, training, and workplace practices are free from discrimination. This is not only a legal requirement under federal law, but also a reflection of brokerage culture and professionalism. This concept ties directly into fair housing, reinforcing that compliance begins within the brokerage before it extends to clients and the public. Example: a brokerage consistently recruits from a limited demographic group, creating the appearance of exclusion. Even without intent, this can raise concerns and potential liability. In 2026, brokers are expected to maintain policies that promote inclusivity, fairness, and equal opportunity at all levels of the organization. Fair housing, internal policy meets public responsibility. Fair housing is not just about how agents treat clients. It begins with how the brokerage operates internally. The Fair Housing Act prohibits discrimination based on protected classes, and brokers must ensure that all agents are trained and compliant. This ties directly into AAC R4281101, requiring professionalism and protection of the public. An agent uses language in marketing that could be interpreted as discriminatory. If the broker has not provided proper training or oversight, this may result in both agent and broker liability. In 2026, with increased enforcement and public awareness, brokers must take a proactive approach to fair housing compliance through training, policy enforcement, and regular review of marketing practices. Harassment, protecting the workplace and the brokerage. Harassment policies are essential in maintaining a professional and compliant workplace. This includes preventing and addressing inappropriate behavior between employees, contractors, and clients. While harassment laws are often associated with employment law, they also impact brokerage liability and culture. A failure to address harassment can lead to legal claims and damage to the brokerage's reputation. An agent reports inappropriate conduct by another team member, but the broker fails to take action. This creates potential liability and undermines the brokerage's professional standards. Brokers must establish clear reporting procedures, investigate complaints promptly, and document all actions taken. Independent contractor versus employee, defining the relationship. One of the most important distinctions in real estate is the classification of workers as independent contractors versus employees. Most real estate agents operate under independent contractor agreements, ICAs, but this classification must be properly structured and documented. ARS Section 23-1601 provides guidance on independent contractor relationships in Arizona, emphasizing factors such as control, independence, and written agreements. A brokerage treats agents like employees by controlling schedules, requiring attendance at specific hours, and dictating how work is performed without proper classification. This may create misclassification issues and potential legal exposure. In 2026, brokers must ensure that ICAs clearly define the relationship, responsibilities, and expectations, while maintaining compliance with both state and federal guidelines. Insurance, protecting the brokerage and its agents. Insurance is a critical component of risk management, providing protection against claims, liability, and unexpected events. Brokers must ensure that appropriate coverage is in place for both the brokerage and its agents. Errors and omissions, E&O insurance, the first line of defense. E&O insurance protects against claims of negligence, misrepresentation, or failure to perform professional duties. This is one of the most important policies for any brokerage. An agent fails to disclose a material defect, and the buyer files a claim. E&O insurance may provide coverage for legal defense and potential damages. Health and life insurance, supporting the workforce. While not always required, offering health and life insurance options can enhance retention and support agents and employees. This reflects a brokerage's commitment to its team. General liability insurance, protecting the business. General liability insurance covers physical risks, such as injuries occurring at the brokerage office or during business activities. Example, a client is injured during a showing or at an open house. General liability insurance may provide coverage for medical expenses and legal claims. In 2026, brokers are expected to review insurance coverage regularly and ensure that policies align with the size and scope of their operations. Section Review, bringing workforce compliance together. This section shifts the focus from transactions to the people behind them. It reinforces that a brokerage's success and compliance depend on how it manages its workforce. We now see how everything connects. Employment records support supervision and accountability. Equal opportunity and fair housing create a compliant culture. Harassment policies protect the workplace. Proper classification defines legal relationships. Insurance protects against risk and liability. A strong brokerage is built on strong systems, and strong systems begin with how you manage your people. As we move forward into the final section, we will bring everything together by focusing on enforcement, audits, and how brokers can proactively identify and correct issues before they become violations. Why are employment records considered a critical compliance tool for brokers? Answer: because they document supervision, agreements, and training, providing evidence of compliance during audits or investigations. What is the biggest risk of misclassifying an agent as an independent contractor? Answer: it can lead to legal and financial liability if the relationship does not meet the required criteria for independent contractor status. How does fair housing apply within the brokerage, not just in transactions? Answer: it applies to hiring, training, and workplace practices, ensuring equal opportunity and non-discrimination at all levels.